How many times can lightning strike the same place before there's nothing left to burn? Can you feel it, Niner faithful? That familiar, gut-wrenching ache that settles deep in your stomach every time another star falls? It's a cruel twist of fate, a relentless torment that's plagued this franchise with almost mythological persistence. Brandon Ayuk last season, ACL torn just weeks after his extension. Nick Bosa this year, gone. Fred Warner, the irreplaceable heartbeat of the defense, sidelined for the season. How much more can one team endure? How many more critical blows can they absorb before the dream of a Super Bowl slips through their grasp once again? This isn't just about injuries anymore. It's about the very soul of a championship contender teetering on the brink, about whether San Francisco has the courage to make the bold moves necessary to salvage a season that still holds so much promise. The San Francisco 49ers find themselves in a familiar yet utterly exasperating predicament. As long as the football season marches on for the red and gold, so too does the relentless parade of injuries. Over the past few years, the current NFC West leaders have seen more players go down than any team or fan base should ever have to endure. Last season, it was Brandon Ayuk tearing his ACL. Just weeks after signing his contract extension, a cruel reminder of how quickly fortunes can turn in this brutal sport. This year, the injury bug has bitten even deeper. Nick Bosa, a foundational pillar of that fearsome defense, is done. Fred Warner, the undisputed heart and soul of the unit, is sidelined for the remainder of the season. These aren't role players or depth pieces. These are all-pro talents, franchise cornerstones, the kind of players you simply cannot replace. Yet despite these seismic losses, the 49ers, a testament to their resilience and depth, enter Week 7 with a respectable 4-2 record. They've navigated a challenging early schedule and now face multiple games against teams with sub-.500 records. This provides San Francisco with a solid, if precarious, chance to maintain its dominant position in both the NFC West, where they currently boast a perfect 3-0 record, and the conference overall. The path to the playoffs is still very much open, but the road ahead is fraught with peril, demanding immediate and impactful action. So, with the clock ticking toward the NFL trade deadline, what two positions demand the most urgent attention for a San Francisco team still harboring legitimate Super Bowl aspirations? The answer, unfortunately, is glaringly obvious. First, linebacker. With Fred Warner now sidelined, the depth chart looks alarmingly thin. Going after a proven replacement isn't just a smart move, it's an absolute no-brainer. Names like Demario Davis and Azeez Al-Shaair have been whispered in speculation, but the reality is that head coach Kyle Shanahan may be forced to give more snaps to rookie Nick Martin, despite the first-year pro being inactive for the first 6 weeks of the season. Relying on an untested rookie to fill the shoes of a perennial All-Pro is a gamble few championship contenders can afford to take. But linebacker isn't the only area of profound concern that general manager John Lynch must address. The offensive line, the very engine of Shanahan's vaunted rushing attack, has been sputtering. 3 seasons ago, Lynch worked his magic, bringing in running back Christian McCaffrey midseason in a transaction that's since been hailed as one of the most successful in 49ers history. McCaffrey has been phenomenal, but even his brilliance can't fully mask the struggles up front. This year, the rushing attack hasn't produced with its usual ferocity, a stark reality underscored by the offense only recording its first rushing touchdown of the season in Week 6. In addition to struggling to create those signature gaping holes, the offensive line failed spectacularly to protect quarterback Brock Purdy in that same Week 6 contest, surrendering a staggering 6 sacks. This isn't just a blip. It's a flashing red light, signaling a fundamental weakness that must be shored up immediately if this offense is to truly unlock its potential. The challenge is clear. Where can the 49ers find both a reliable linebacker and a stout offensive lineman, players who can step in and contribute immediately to a team in win-now mode? The answer, surprisingly, might lie in the wreckage of another franchise this season. If a team is willing to part ways with its head coach, Just 6 weeks into the season after limping to a dismal 1-5 record, surely it will be willing to listen to offers on some of its players. The free-falling Tennessee Titans, fresh off the dismissal of head coach Brian Callahan, present a prime opportunity for the 49ers to pluck some much-needed talent. This is the classic buyer-seller dynamic at the trade deadline. The 49ers are contending. The Titans are rebuilding. That's when smart general managers strike. Enter Arden Key, an edge rusher who could provide a much-needed boost to the 49ers' pass rush, especially with Bosa out. Key is currently in the first year of a 3-year deal, but here's the kicker. It's a relatively affordable contract, clocking in at about $7 million for both the 2026 and 2027 seasons. This financial flexibility is crucial for a team like the 49ers, who are always navigating a tight salary cap. Furthermore, with the impending return of Brandon Ayuk, San Francisco has a wide receiver or two who are expendable, players who could be packaged in a trade to the Titans, a team desperately looking to build around their young offense. Plus, any late-round draft picks would be vital for Tennessee to stockpile with hopes for the future. Key is no stranger to the red and gold. The 29-year-old edge rusher played for the 49ers before, making his lone season with San Francisco in 2021 after starting his NFL career across the Bay Area with the Oakland Raiders. During that stint in 2021, Key notched a career-best 6.5 sacks, donning the very same uniform he could soon be wearing again. His familiarity with the system, his proven ability to get after the quarterback, and his relatively team-friendly contract make him an incredibly attractive target. He's not a long-term solution to replace Bosa, but he's a veteran presence who can provide immediate, impactful snaps and help keep the pass rush formidable. Then there's Obinna Ekezie, an offensive tackle who could be a godsend for the struggling offensive line. Ekezie is more than 8 years younger than the venerable left tackle Trent Williams, offering a youth injection to a unit that desperately needs it. The Titans lineman is currently playing on a 1-year deal worth a modest $1.17 million and is set to become a free agent next season. Both of these factors, his age, his current contract, and his impending free agency, make him a viable and attractive option to add to the 49ers roster. He's a player who could step in and provide immediate depth and competition, potentially shoring up the right side of the line or serving as a crucial swing tackle. His presence would alleviate the pressure on the current starters and provide a much-needed safety net against further injuries. In a season where the injury bug has been merciless, having quality depth isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Given San Francisco's mounting injuries to the defense and the undeniable struggles piling up on the offensive line, trading for both Arden Key and Obinna Ekezie would fill 2 critical voids with 1 decisive stroke. A pair of seasoned veterans from a bottom-feeding AFC South team could be the precise tonic needed to fix a couple of the 5-time Super Bowl champions' most pressing woes. This isn't about making splashy, headline-grabbing moves. It's about making smart, calculated decisions that address immediate needs and maximize the team's chances of making a deep playoff run. The beauty of targeting the Titans is that Tennessee has no leverage. They're 1-5, they just fired their head coach, and they're clearly in full rebuild mode. They need draft picks. They need to clear cap space. They need to start thinking about 2026 and beyond. The 49ers, meanwhile, are in win-now mode. They have a championship-caliber roster when healthy, elite coaching, and a window that's wide open right now. These are exactly the circumstances where aggressive deadline moves make sense. The narrative is clear. The 49ers are buyers and the Titans are unequivocally selling. This trade deadline presents a golden opportunity, a chance for John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan to once again work their midseason magic. Remember the Christian McCaffrey trade? That's the blueprint. Identify a struggling team with valuable assets, strike decisively, and acquire players who can immediately contribute to a championship push. It worked then, and it can work now. The Niner faithful have endured enough heartbreak, enough what-ifs, and if-onlys. It's time for decisive action, for a bold statement that this team, despite the adversity, is still very much in the hunt. The schedule is favorable. The division is winnable. The conference is wide open. But None of that matters if the roster isn't fortified to withstand the brutal grind of an NFL season. The San Francisco 49ers stand at a crossroads. They can accept the devastating blows of losing Bosa and Warner and hope their depth holds up, or they can be aggressive, seize opportunities created by other teams' dysfunction, and acquire proven veterans who can keep their championship dreams alive. Arden Key and Obinna Ekezie aren't household names. They won't generate massive headlines or dominate SportsCenter, but they represent exactly the kind of smart, targeted acquisitions that championship teams make at the deadline, addressing specific needs without mortgaging the future. Let's hope the 49ers see this moment for what it is. Let's hope they're indeed buyers and that the Titans are willing to part with these valuable pieces. Because if they do, San Francisco fans can start believing again. Believing that despite everything, this team still has what it takes to hoist the Lombardi Trophy. All right, Niner faithful, here's what I need to know. Are Key and Ekezie the missing pieces? Should the 49ers go all in at this deadline, or should they trust their current depth and save their assets? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is exactly the kind of decision that defines championship seasons. And if you're as fired up as I am about the potential for these moves, smash that like button and subscribe for all the latest breaking news and in-depth analysis on your beloved 49ers. Your passion fuels this community, and we love hearing your takes. Let's see if Lynch and Shanahan have the courage to pull the trigger. Does this capture the urgency and desperation of the 49ers situation while maintaining hope?